Alright, we're recording. So,
Great.
now we shall decide which fanfiction to read.
Shouldn't we introduce ourselves first?
Yeah.
Yes, we should do that. Well, I mean, if you're on my YouTube channel, you probably already know who I am. And you can see my username when I talk. And this gentleman here is Cappy.
Hi.
And then Scrapyard Dragon.
Heyo.
We just call him Scrap. And we're here to read the worst things, the worst fanfictions to ever grace humanity. And you're going to listen, and you're going to share our pain. And this is slightly off, and I'm going to move it a little bit. Fuck. Down!
Down with what?
We might not even share. We might not even share pain with them because they might enjoy it.
Yeah, they're probably going to enjoy our pain.
I mean, I'm here to enjoy this.
I'm here to enjoy this and hurt inside at the same time.
Alrighty then. Alright.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
so
we have to decide on
let
something.
us select. I feel like we should do that JoJo Magical Girl thing.
Jotaro would have made.
Oh wait, hold on. What is this I see? A JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Ruby crossover.
Really? Oh yeah.
I think I like Jotaro would have made a good magical girl.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like I know nothing about JoJo's or Madoka Magica, but
Damn.
I have watched both.
This is gonna be a ride. Where exactly? Oh, I see it. Jotaro would have made a good magical girl. Oh boy, this is gonna be real fun.
So what order are we gonna read
only
this?
a chapter long.
Oh really? It's only one chapter. It's a pretty short chapter.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just gonna be the introductory thing
Yeah.
for this podcast. I'm calling it a podcast now. It's the Fanfiction Reading podcast.
Oh, apparently it's complete though. So.
Oh.
Mm.
And it's like half a
even two
page.
It's
like,
not even 1,000 words long. It's only 900.
It's 901 words long, less than a chapter, and it's completed. Apparently.
Short but sweet.
Yeah.
Yes, this is gonna be a wild ride. This is probably gonna be a fucking roller coaster.
Without further ado,
All right, who's
Yeah.
gonna
it's
start?
127. Actually, well, someone joined. Who is it?
Hey, Wig.
Hello.
All right, now I gotta
This
introduce
is this
this guy.
person now. I
Rule
don't know who
one.
this is, so
No use in real names. This is going up on the internet, boyo.
His
You
name's-
sure you wanted this?
Yeah, I'm currently recording.
Oh.
And if nothing else, you could just mute and listen.
As I mess with the overlays for a little. So do you want to or not?
I have no idea what you're asking of me.
We're
Do you-
about to read Jotaro would have made a good magical girl.
We're
and it's
we're
gonna
basically
get released on the internet.
we're reading a bunch of fan fiction, and we're making like a kind of podcast thing.
Oh, I'll sit around.
Alrighty then.
Not like I'm actually got much of anything to do. I'm just looking for some goddamn things to make some goddamn bag.
I feel like I should make this a little bit bigger.
Well, anyways,
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think I'll start off. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm good.
It is 1:27 a.m. at Mitakihara train station. A young girl in a middle school uniform exits the last train. She walks forward at a painful lentissimo. Her legs churn like rusty valve gears, the bolts ready to snap after each pounding of heel on concrete. She does not attempt to even look up from her droopy eyelids and past the blue veil as her shoes sweep dust to a row of 5 empty bench seats. She lets her body fall on a seat. Her mouth moves. An echo, like a small radio in an empty cardboard box, can be heard.
All right, I feel like I should do this because I feel like I have the best girl voice. You know, because I have like probably the deepest voice here. Maybe I don't actually know. But I'm alright. I'm gonna
I
do this.
figured we were just gonna read one, like switch off each line.
All right, well, I'm gonna do this one. What am I doing? I'm such an idiot. The air
Is
is
anyone else
cold.
hearing an echo?
Yeah, I am too. I'm not sure what that is.
I don't
It's
know.
Wake.
Oh.
I'll mute my mic.
Yeah.
Alright. What am I doing? I'm such an idiot. The air is cold and indifferent and refuses to carry her words very far. But I can be different. I can protect them. And then she gets cut off, apparently.
Alright, my turn then. Ugh. A churlish exhale from behind the bench cuts the girl's
Oh
drowning.
no.
Give me a break.
Oh no.
A large and broad figure,
I
like
almost-
a door with a head, comes out from a shadow behind the bench.
Go kick
His
him.
burning cigarette casts a soft glow on the thick hand that pinches the bill of his torn hat.
Yari Yari intensifies.
Hold on. I want to like window capture just so I can like show this little thing. No, I'm not gonna do that. All right, but just like a door with a head. That's just
Yeah.
like. It's, All right, continue.
I can see it.
Or is it?
It's
is it
better
my-
than what we read off camera.
It. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. The writing
Hey, people,
isn't
if you want to
absolutely
suffer
terrible
and read something
yet.
like whoever listens to this, look up Blue in the Colossus' shadow.
Don't do that. Like, actually, don't do that.
It was bad.
It was so bad. Alright. Look. He begins with a voice too deep to be interrupted. I don't care why some little kid is out so late. But if you're gonna cry all night, go take it somewhere else. I like this spot.
Her head slowly cranes up at the man's face. Smoke from his cigarette blocks the image of his face because the sensor's got a hold of the footage. A long ash falls off the end of the stub.
That was great. Because the censor has got a hold of this image.
Seriously though, the censoring in the actual anime is really
yeah.
distracting.
Long ash falls off the end of the stub. Alright, continue.
Are you also like the men on the train? Her mouth twists. If awful people like you exist in the world, then I have to... She rises and readies herself to attack, but something shoves her back onto the bench seat.
Boy! The man cuts in and points a thick finger. I don't know what the hell you're going on about all of a sudden, but don't start talking like you know me.
The girl says nothing. She turns her skull to the ground.
You look like shit, he adds. His fingers dwarf the white stick he holds out to her. Have a cigarette.
he just gives a little girl a cigarette.
I guess this is before Stone Ocean then. Otherwise, I just can't see him giving kids cigs.
Yeah. Alright. She lets her scowl disappear, not so much out of acceptance, but just pure fatigue. Her hands slowly drift up, and she takes the cigarette. I'm assuming this is like Madoka, right? Or is this
No,
just like some
this is-
random...
No, this is like her friend Sayaka.
Didn't she like turn into a witch or something?
It goes like crazy and turns into a witch. But I mean, this is
Yeah, whatever.
referencing like a scene
I...
right before that happens.
Her hands slowly drift up, and she takes the cigarette. She puts it between her lips. Oh yeah, spoilers by the way. If we read fanfiction of stuff you haven't like seen and you care about spoilers, you probably shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah.
Probably a little late for that spoiler warning, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you haven't seen Madoka at this point,
True.
something that's so infamous, like most people go into it already knowing the twist.
Yeah.
Like it's been around
Alright.
long enough.
She puts it between her lips. Oh, I had like an echo for a second there. She looks up at the man for a second, but the cigarette is already lit. It's lit, fam. She inhales a little and lets the smoke swirl around her mouth and down into her lungs. It makes her feel even more cold and empty. Yet some of the surplus smoke travels travels up into the back of her throat, and she coughs.
Okay, I just want. This is called Jotaro would have been a good magic girl.
Yeah,
I guess
this-
prerequisite for that is giving kids cigarettes.
We don't question it.
The man
Just
scoffs.
keep reading.
Is this your first cigarette?
Yes.
Why the hell
She
would you do
tries to
that
bark.
weird accent thing?
My
I'm
friends
trying
and
to sound
I
manly.
don't do stuff like this.
Maybe the girl was mistaken through her fatigue, but as she looked up at his expressionless face, she noticed the man's cigarette was now just as long as hers. She was certain that his hands had never even left his pockets. That's his secret stand ability.
Man doesn't say anything
He
for
just
a while.
puts cigarettes in his
He
mouth.
watches the girl take little sips at her cigarette. So, he began again. It's 1 a.m. and you're hanging out at the train station alone. Your friends must suck. He exhales a little chuckle at his own joke.
Her face scrunches up again, and she stares into the ground. You don't know my friends. Whether they like it or not, I have to protect them. Don't talk about them like that.
Damn, you're getting real into this.
I'm doing my best, dude. How do I make my voice go into a female voice?
It's a long and painful process.
The man...
You're not going to
involves
cut
some
off my dick, Scrap.
hormones. The man takes a long drag on his cigarette before he begins. Whether they like it or not, what the hell does that mean? He blows the smoke above her boiling expression and smiles. I doubt you could protect anyone, let alone try to choose what's best for others.
You're wrong. She musters up all the energy she can to shout. For them. I'm forcing myself to go through all this pain for them, and you're just like them. What position are they in to tell me what to do when I...
What happened?
I try to do a little girl voice.
You don't think other people have problems, too. What makes you think you're the only one who suffers? Are you just going to ignore what your friends have to say? He exhales another fog of smoke and crushes the cigarette between his fingers. I can't stand selfish people like you.
The girl stands up and throws her cigarette on the ground. It explodes into a shower of orange sparks. It fucking explodes. A cigarette explodes. That was probably just like, you know, trying to, you know, make a detailed description of the fucking little spark shower thing that happens when you fucking, I don't know. Of course I'm thinking about my friends. I'm trying to protect them, but they just keep getting in my way. That makes sense.
Set her lung and heart. Idiot.
Buck.
He picks up her cigarette and puts it in his pocket. What's the point of having friends if you can't even trust them? The man pulls the bill of his hat down over his face and mutters something under his breath as he walks away. As I said before, yara yara intensifies.
The girl sits back down.
Alright.
Some minutes later, a girl with long red hair comes and casually sits at one of the seats next to her.
What was the point of that? That was
I don't. I guess it's like implying that
that she met
somehow-
Jotaro in between fucking things.
I think the idea is that Jotaro knocks some sense into her, but that's not what I expected when I read this title. I expected
Yes.
to see like Jotaro in a dress.
I feel like I'm kind of thankful that didn't happen, but I'm also kind of
Yeah.
disappointed at the same time.
But at the
I
same
need to stop
time,
moving that.
okay,
You
have
know-
either of you two seen Madoka?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, there's like one of the characters can stop time. I kind of
Oh my
would have
God.
liked to see a fan fiction about Jotaro fighting her.
You know, we said we were gonna suffer.
But so far
You're
we
not
haven't.
suffering.
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of
it's
like this one.
time. I feel
This
like
was
that.
a good one, but
that
They
was-
should
we're
just
not
call this
suffering.
Jotaro and Sayaka have a chat, though. That's,
Okay, but now we got to do the whole rating thing.
I don't know. I give it 4 out of 10, or 4
Not
out of
like
5.
that. I meant like
Rating?
how we put the emoji, the fucking reaction on the thing. So basically, we have like a list. I should probably stop being so loud because people are awake and probably trying to sleep. We basically have like a list of fan fictions in one of the
Discord
chats on
servers.
this Discord. Yeah, on one of the
Yeah.
channels on this Discord. And after we read it, we basically we put a little emoji reaction about how we felt about it. And I'm just gonna See if there's like a little disappointed thing. Is that disappointed?
I'm just gonna give it a generic smile.
I'm wondering what the fuck I just listened to.
Jotaro
Not
and
the
Sai
worst
had a
of the
little
worst.
chat.
Yeah, definitely not the worst. Not even close.
Oh. You're telling me. Hey, is the Discord server actually visible in the video?
What do you mean?
Like, are the people watching, are they actually able to see, like, the server?
Oh no, okay, I'll show. I'm gonna take like a screenshot of my screen right now and
Oh.
show you what it looks like.
Okay, doke.
So now we gotta find something new.
Well, we can read the one with Madoka crossover with Warhammer.
This is
Or we can
what
suffer.
the stream looks like. So like that little box is the chat, and then the see the things, and then the chat in the top corner.
Well, let's see. What do we have? We have Hank Hill's humorous happenstance Strickland Crusaders.
I don't know about you guys, but I want to read that Stand Dust, a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure X Ruby crossover.
This might as well just be a JoJo's episode.
Yeah,
Why
Did
the
you
hell
already read
not?
it? Did you already
It-
read it or?
I haven't read it, but I mean, I'm gunning.
Alright, let's fucking do this.
Let's do this.
How long is it?
We're
Let's
reading a
see.
JoJo X Ruby crossover now.
Yes, do you have
Hey,
a
I'm not
problem with
complaining.
that?
No, I have exact opposite problem with that. I need to see how bad this is.
Oh,
It's bad enough to get 41 chapters.
yeah, we're not reading this whole thing. This is 82,000 words and
Hell-
41
hell-
chapters
No.
That's the Rio fanfic, like,
on
4 times.
like 4
The fanfic we read off camera.
This first chapter is like a quarter of a page though.
yeah.
a quarter of a page for one chapter.
I don't know, let's read the first
Welcome to
chapter.
fanfiction.net. How can I help you?
I don't know, man. It is like 82,000 words and 41 chapters. Like that would be like 18 chapters or something.
You know what we should do?
If this was like normal
What?
novel-sized pages.
You know what we could do? We could like do it like at the end of each video or episode, one page of that or one chapter.
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't think there's going to be consistency.
yeah, I don't think there's
Probably
gonna be
not.
like episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm intending for this to be like a couple hour long thing, unless we just
Yeah.
like run out of
Ah.
material.
Well, fuck it, I'm
Before
gonna
then.
start reading.
All right, let's fucking do this.
It was over. Guilt was defeated. That journey was finally over.
After saying goodbye to their companion Polnareff, Kujo Jotaro and Joseph Joestar, often simply called Mr. Joestar,
Mr.
came back to
Joestar.
Japan-
Go ahead, Mr. Joestar.
came back to Japan at the first chance they got and entered the large Kujo residence. "We're back!" Joseph shouted, opening the front door. And then he was tackled by a woman. To be more specific, her daughter. Her daughter.
Excuse me, what?
Her daughter.
Yes,
Something not
Joseph.
something not
Joseph
telling
is,
us Joseph.
is secretly he's secretly trans. Oh,
Her
More
daughter.
of an enemy
Molly
stand.
Kujo.
this is off to a great start.
Yay! They're both back! They
Oh,
got
you
these
just
all took care of me.
you got that
Let's-
voice spot on. That was like exactly her in the dub.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Except
why'd you
not-
cut me
not
off?
Exactly, but
Why'd you cut me off?
I haven't
The
even
doctors
watched
all
the dub.
took care of me, but I still felt so lonely, she said while hesitantly detaching herself from the hug. Joseph laughed a bit, while Jotaro stayed silent. I know, right? This business trip took way longer than expected.
And in fact, this business trip took almost 2 months. The trip to go to Cairo and save Holly's life. It was a long and difficult mission, and many people died along the way. Actually, like 3 people died along the way, but
And one was a dog.
One was a dog, yeah. It was
Well, no, that's not kind of all the people they murdered.
Yeah, we don't care about them though.
They flat out killed like half the people they fought.
All right. Okay, but they don't matter.
Yeah.
But they managed to do it. Joseph hugged his daughter as Jotaro tried to walk past her, face expressionless as ever. Jotaro, I bet you thought about me a lot when you were out, right? Holly said, turning her head toward her son. It actually says towards, but fucking... we don't fuck with that here. Jotaro just muttered a, "Stop shouting, you're annoying," as he walked down the hallway. Holly, still smiling, ran right beside him, asking him what would he want for dinner. That's not how you do that, unless you're just quoting, but okay. Joseph couldn't help but smile. Everything came back to normal, but
There were no periods there. That was just a bunch of commas.
Yeah, that was like a one long ass sentence. Oh my god.
Yeah, they don't know the difference between a comma and a period, so they just threw a bunch of commas instead. To be honest, I think I like that more than seeing just a bunch of periods thrown everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, no, there is the yeah. There's fucking. It starts with Holly on the at the end of the second line, and then the fucking next two lines are all the same sentence.
Wow. The next day, Joseph visited the residence one more time before going back in America the following day. He rang the doorbell, and the one who opened the door was Holly. However, she looked quite troubled, which was pretty rare, making Joseph instantly worried too. "Hey Daddy, have you seen Jotaro anywhere? When I woke up, he wasn't in his bed or anywhere." Ellipses. Joseph immediately came up with the worst case scenario. Could Jotaro have been attacked? No. Why would he?
No, more likely he probably got sucked into some random portal into the world of Ruby, because that's
Why not?
gonna make a lot
Because
of
fan
sense.
fiction.
Because
No,
so
why would he?
fanfiction,
Dio
it
was
makes
defeated,
sense.
and any of his remaining minions wouldn't have any reason to attack him. Maybe revenge? However, there was no time to lose. "I'll check if he's at school. I'll be right back," he said, trying to cover up his worries. Holly smiled at him. "Thank you, Dad, but I don't think there's any reason to work." Before she could finish the phrase, Joseph had already gone to his car and started driving towards the high school.
Nothing.
Why?
He wasn't there. Sure, he was the delinquent, but it wasn't like him to just suddenly disappear like that. He was about to come back to Holly to give her the bad news, before suddenly getting a call while he was entering his car. It was Holly. He couldn't even start to speak as she shouted, as she started to shout, "Daddy, come here! I found something strange in Jotaro's room. It's some weird glowing crystal."
Oh fuck! It's dust. It's fucking dust.
Yep.
I should probably point out right now, I should have pointed this out earlier, but I never watched JoJo's, and I've never watched Ruby.
Oh, that's just gonna make this whole experience better for you.
I've
I've watched
watched
both. We said that at the
I've
exact
only
same
watched Ruby.
time. Oh fuck! Okay, but why does Joseph have a car? He came to Japan with the yeah, fuck. He came to Japan with the intention of finding out if Jotaro had a stand or not or whatever, and he was gonna see what was going on with him. I'm pretty sure he wasn't intending to stay very long.
Dude, he's a rich real estate mogul. He at the very least could rent a limo.
True.
I mean, it's not like he can Spider-Man around.
I mean, but there was no.
Public.
Well, I mean, as soon as he got him and Avdol got to Japan, they went to freaking Holly's house, or no, first they went to the jail, and then they went to Holly's house, and they barely went anywhere after that. And then after that, they immediately left Japan to go to freaking Egypt or whatever. And then fucking left immediately afterwards, pretty much. So what?
Yeah. Think for a series written by a Japanese guy, it wouldn't have taken him 4 parts to have a part that was mostly in Japan. Oh well.
Mostly in Japan, fucking all of.
Yeah, it would have taken him 4 parts. That was part 4.
Yeah, but still, okay, whatever. Whose turn was it to read now? I think it was mine.
I have the very last line, so this one's...
Should be me, yeah. Holly was crouched on the ground, looking down at the... Actually, I don't know. Whatever, I'm just gonna read it anyway. Holly was crouched on the ground, looking down at the weird glowing red crystal. It didn't look look like something natural. It was too perfectly shaped to be. Joseph was standing... Okay, really? Why is there no periods? Why?
Look,
It's
it's
not
still
enough time to
better than a billion periods.
It's...
Just
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Those-
You either have to read the story as every
Dude, you just
comma
got
is a
3
comma or
periods
every
right after
period
the
is a
2.
period.
See, they put all the periods into those ellipses.
Alright. Perfectly shaped to be. Joseph was standing by the door, scratching his white beard as he got closer. "Don't touch it, Holly," he said. That impression. He said
I
while
just used.
he too crouched down. Could it be part of a stand? This must be the work of an enemy stando. Only one way to find out. He reached out his gloved hand towards the crystal, picking it up. No, it was not part of a stand. He could actually pick it up. That was kind of redundant, but whatever.
Yeah.
The crystal felt kind of warm to the touch, but nothing else. Where did this crystal came from? Oh, I thought that's it came from. I thought that was going to be like a typo or something, because...
No, it's actually come.
Come. Where did this crystal come from, and why was it in Jotaro's room? To be
I am
continued.
now going to sing Roundabout.
Hang on a
I'll
second.
be
Not
the
slowly stop
round.
doing that in part 3.
I did Control F and I did a comma and I got 97 results and I did a period and I got 21 results. So-
And a
Yeah.
bunch of those are in the frickin'...
I,
A bunch of those are in ellipses, and the frickin' just the description of the chapter, whatever, the actual...
And
story
also
chapter.
towards the end, it says kinda.
I don't know.
There's
That's
not a
an
single...
actual word, by the way.
There is not a single period in the last paragraph. The only periods are in ellipsis. That's not an end of a sentence.
I don't know.
There isn't a single period in the second to last paragraph.
Someone just
Literally
edited Roundabout here to be continued. The arrow, the meme. I would play on a guitar, but I'm not good at guitar.
See, the writing isn't...
The
writing isn't- Alright, so far, the writing isn't that bad, but apparently they don't understand how to punctuation very well.
Well,
But,
I
you
mean,
know-
it's only the first chapter. It was a very short chapter.
I still like this more than most of the things we've gone over off camera.
AKA...
There's promise here.
AKA Rio X Shadow of the Colossus.
We don't talk about that.
We don't
Okay, look,
talk
I'm just gonna
about
tell
that.
this for the viewers, right? They like the bird from that one movie, Rio. It's like about this blue bird.
Yeah.
He just flat out does the plot. It
He
doesn't
just-
have any variants because
it's-
he's a bird. No,
it's
just
literally-
a bird can hold a sword and ride a horse.
It's literally just the Shadow of the Colossus, but with a bird that can hold a sword, and for some
Yeah.
reason rides a horse because he can't
Why?
because
The bird
because-
does not change
because-
anything about the plot.
he loses his ability to fly, and also, like halfway through, it just like skips to the last Colossus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because
no
no
one's
one-
interested.
because
in
no
the
one
idea to
cares.
Write about Super Rio Saga.
Yes,
That just
Super
sounds like
Rios.
a shitty transcript of Shadow of the Colossus to me. Then
Except with a bird
Yeah,
That's pretty accurate.
and with more
Seriously,
skipping.
it-
That's what
if
the
you want-
that's okay. See, you know how I have this background here with the crow holding the knife. Yeah, that's what that's about. We like after it got to the part where he got the sword and it was like a bird holding a sword. I was like, yo, this reminds me of that picture. Then we
Except
decided
no,
to
he
start.
holds it with his feathers.
Yeah, but it reminded me of it. So fucking. And then we decided to start recording, and I was like, I'm gonna use this as the background. So there you go. There's the backstory behind that.
guys, I
Hey.
found DMV fan fiction.
I'm just gonna make
Uh-huh.
it short and sweet. If you want to have the experience of that fan fiction, just play Rio while you're playing Shadow of the Colossus. Like, just have the movie playing in the background. You would have a better experience.
Actually, the first chapter is basically like the second paragraph of the first chapter is basically just a recap of everything that happened in the movie Rio 2, but the end of the paragraph segues into the fucking thing.
Forbidden Lands, because
It's-
apparently it's just like a
it's
short
just a
flight
s-
away from Africa.
Yeah, wait, no, not fucking Africa, you dumbass. The
it's
Amazon is in South America. What?
No, the Amazon is in Africa.
Are you? Oh no, it's retarded.
So now we have to question who's more
I don't
retarded.
All right,
know
hold on. I have to
geography.
Writer or
show
scrap?
this. I have to show this guy a map.
Can we just read the next chapter?
Yeah, let's do that actually, because we're wasting time.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna start.
But I mean, honestly, that's
Okay.
the essence of a podcast. You have a main topic, but then you just kind of stop doing that. Okay, this chapter is longer.
I
Definitely
gotta
longer.
channel my best Ruby voice. Profile pic, give me strength. Do you even know where we're supposed to go? Ruby asked for the fourth time. Stop asking that. I didn't know, okay? West replied. For how long they have been walking around the Emerald Forest? An hour? 2 hours? They don't want to admit it, but they already lost time and direction while walking there. We're lost, said Ruby, looking down. And the students probably managed to find what they were looking for already.
It's just then that they stumbled upon something. No, they stumbled upon someone. It was a small clearing in the forest, and a person was laying on the ground. Who's this guy? A student? Weiss slowly approached the guy laying down, and just then his eyes snapped open, surprising both girls and making them back away
Wait.
just a little.
Oh, Weiss.
Bad landing, huh? She said as the stranger slowly stood up. He was huge, intimidatingly huge. He seemed to be wearing some sort of uniform, though it didn't look like a beacon uniform, and a heavy-looking chain was attached near one of the shoulders, and a hat on his head. He looked around with an expressionless face. Where am I? He asked. Weiss got the feeling that he wasn't a student. Not from Beacon, anyway, but Ruby probably has yet to notice. This is the Emerald Forest, the place where we were supposed to do the exam? Ruby said, it like it's something he should know already, but he just looked at her with a blank expression. What the hell are you talking about? His words were cut off by a sudden rustling of a bush. He instinctively turned around, and suddenly, a black werewolf-shaped creature lounged.
It
I was
lounged.
getting into it. I was getting so into it.
And then the typo.
Lounge towards it, killing
It
it.
lounged.
It was
Lunged towards him with killing intent.
it was a Beowulf.
So wait, does this mean that everyone in Remnant speaks Japanese?
Apparently.
Okay.
It's reasons. Even though, like, the characters are, like, cobbled together from various nationalities. Like, the main character is, I don't even know what the fuck she's supposed to be. Her sister is, like, Chinese. Her fucking partner is German. And then the other one is, I don't know what the fuck she's supposed to be. Like, French, I guess.
One of them's a cat girl, who cares?
A French cat girl. Get it right. Who's also probably a lesbian.
Oh yeah.
For the
Yeah.
Chinese
Well,
girl.
Possibly.
I don't know,
We
man.
can discuss the shipping more.
Okay,
later.
anyway.
There was the one weird romance arc.
Read!
Before either Ruby or Weiss could even take out their weapons, something appeared right in front of the stranger. It was something humanoid, with wild hair.
Why
and-
are they able to see stands?
I'm not entirely sure. They're probably gonna, like, have some bullshit explanation about how semblances are, like, the
Aura.
same thing as stands. Or...
Aura and aura.
Or, or with wild hair and a large silver-colored body. Silver? What? What?
Apparently
It's
this is
fucking
going
blue.
off the OVA logic.
Yeah, it seemed to
God
be about.
help us.
When was this made? This year,
Oh.
I think. July. Wait, no. Hold
It
on.
doesn't
It doesn't say.
January
It doesn't
17th.
say the year.
It was updated July 7th.
It says updated July.
Published
7th.
January 17th.
So
Yeesh, that many
probably
chapters in
January
that
17th
okay.
of this year, and then from. Yeah, that's I don't know. Anyway. The humanoid thing, seemingly out of instinct, threw a punch towards the Beowulf with a loud "Ora!" Alright, I'm gonna not do that again. The hit connected, hitting the Beowulf on the chin. I'm not entirely sure that werewolves have chins as much as they have bottom snouts, but whatever. And possibly
Bottom snap.
bottom snouts. And
But it was a blink moment.
and it was a blink and you'll miss it moment. But Ruby could have sworn she saw the lower teeth of the Beowulf detaching themselves due to the blow. The Grim made a slight yelp as it was flung towards a tree, and after a moment or two, disappeared. They don't just disappear instantly. There's like these.
Takes like a minute.
Yeah.
He's just that powerful. What was that? Ruby never saw something like that. Even Weiss had her mouth agape in surprise. The stranger turned to face them. What the hell was that? A stando! Shout them. Stand? Never heard of anything like that. No, that's a Grim. How could you not know? Ruby shouted. In what kind of corner of the world was he from to have never even heard of a Grim? What the hell is that thing anyway? Yes, Weiss swearing kind of young, eh?
That was
Weiss asked, pointing her finger at the humanoid creature hovering behind the stranger.
that totally 10 out of 10 Weiss voice. Totally.
Well,
I
I'm
wouldn't.
not.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be quiet because it's like 12 at night.
it's 11 for me, but
Yeah, we need to do this earlier, I think.
definitely.
You see, that'd be the smart idea.
Probably.
Yeah.
But we're not smart people, so.
If we were smart people, we wouldn't be doing this.
You're not wrong.
All right, continue reading.
But also, good ideas are for good people.
And
We're
better.
not good people.
Who's
had
next?
We had an argument earlier about the fucking logistics of the fucking the. We had an argument earlier about the pros and cons of porn. I don't think we need to be fucking.
Where was I
just gonna
during
read this
this
next
argument
line.
of porn?
No, I was.
It's in a different
Okay.
server.
I was just gonna wait until you guys were done being
I'm
off
done.
topic.
All right, well you can
They can
continue.
see my stand? So they must be stand users, he
That's
thought.
what I thought.
Grim, huh? He had no idea what that meant. But if that thing that attacked him was a Grim, then they seemed to be enemies. But those girls didn't seem to be enemies, so he just decided to ask it directly. No need to play dumb. If one of you is a stand user, then one of you must have been the one to bring me here. The girl in red looked towards the one in white. What's he talking about, Weiss? The one in red asked the other one, arms crossed in a stern look.
Why is there a
said,
comma there?
I mean,
This.
the amount of commas here, the amount of comma splices in this is worse than a high schooler's essay. But you know
Hey.
what? I appreciate this person's dedication to this fan fiction.
Yeah, it's anything is
Their
anything
stands
is.
the power to create commas.
And then God said, "Let there be commas."
Anyway,
Anyways,
This
Uh,
must be the work of an enemy
one-
Grimoire.
arms crossed in a stern look. That's where you.
the one in red asked the other one, arms crossed in a stern look, said, "How would I know?" This was getting pretty annoying. He taped his hat over his eyes and closed them. "Give me a break," he muttered.
The red-dressed, bubbly one approached him, a smile on her face. In any case,
No, on smile on her
what's
face.
your name? On her face, yes, on her face. Because faced is a noun now, and
Yes.
it is the front of your head. In any case, what's your name? She asked, eyeing first him, then at Star Platinum. Eyeing first him, then at Star Platinum. Jotaro looked down at her. That's what. Oh no, never mind. I thought that was a period. No, it's not. She was pretty small. Couldn't have been any older than 16. Couldn't hurt to say it. Jotaro Kujo, he simply said, turning around in order to look around the area. This place was called the Emerald Forest. It seems he was no longer. We're not in Kansas anymore. It seems he was no longer in Japan. Was this the work
Well,
of an
you should use
enemy
that.
standu? It didn't actually say enemy, but it did say stand, so I had to do that.
Did they ever actually say that in the manga or anime?
I
Like,
think
word
like
for word.
once, maybe, a couple times.
Ew, Scrap pronounces it manga.
Mm. And the stand of who? Not the stand of whom, but the stand of who? The stand of Doctor Who. Though those girls seemed to somehow being able to see his stand, they didn't seem to know about stands themselves. Of course, there was always the possibility of them tricking him. After a moment of awkward silence, the red girl decided to break it. That's okay, whatever. Nice to meet you. Oh no. Nice to meet you. There was a stutter. My name's Ruby Rose, and the grumpy one here is Weiss Schnee. She's German. She's a Nazi.
Ambiguous.
What the hell?
I mean, her dad might as well be,
Yeah.
she said, first pointing at herself and then at the girl called Weiss. She looked kind of impatient. Are we done now? I have no intention of being the last one that finds the relics. Oh yeah, that's right. This is before the this is during the exam arc.
Yeah. Jotaro didn't turn around to look at them. Too busy
The
scouting
hell are
the
you?
area.
The hell are you doing? Why are you doing that accent?
I don't know. Because, like, when you said Jotaro, it sounded like how Dio said it in the OVA. And that just sort of stuck with me.
Fair.
I don't know.
That's fair.
Ruby sighed and gave him a little wave. Fine, see you maybe, she said as she rushed towards her companion, walking away from the clearing. Or at least Thee would have, but as Jotaro noticed just a second before it happened, a huge creature shaped like a bear with white spikes on its back suddenly appeared from the shadows, clawing at them and forcing them to dodge, forcing them back into the clearing. You only used forcing once in a sentence. What? Another Grim in the same place? Ruby shouted, grabbing something that was strapped to the back of her dress. What was it? To Jotaro, it looked like a huge piece of metal. Wise 2 is now wielding something, a rapier then. Before Jotaro could even say anything, the piece of metal that Ruby grabbed suddenly transformed. It turned to a huge red scythe that was also a gun. It was also about as tall as her, if not even more. He was genuinely surprised that a small girl like that could wield something that huge.
What did viewers want to say there?
Huh?
You
Oh yeah,
see-
Silver Chariot? Question mark. Because fucking one of the
Actually,
stands.
like, Weiss can summon things, sort of, now.
Yeah,
I'm
but
surprised she
that
didn't
doesn't
comment on
happen
that.
until the very end of Volume 4. So, and we're
Not
not even
Volume
close to
3.
that at this point. No,
Yeah,
But no,
no,
her
it's
sister can
like
also do that.
multiple-
You'd think she would have commented on Jotaro doing
okay,
the same
but
thing,
also,
basically.
why does the German character have a French weapon? I'm triggered.
Well, her name is German, but I don't think there's anything else that's actually German about her.
I mean, she's fucking.
Because screw symbolic names.
If you translate her name, it's literally White Snow.
It's yeah. She's based
She's
on
just based on Snow White, and they decided to be fancy about it, and,
And
they
they're
need
like,
the acronym to work, so
made
they
it
can with German.
German.
Well,
Who's next?
Ruby jumped towards the Ursa, crescent rose in hand, and at the same time,
Why was there a
Weiss-
page break there?
What?
Oh, I think it's because it's switching to fucking her point of view.
Oh.
I think.
And at the same time, Weiss created a symbol in midair, giving her a platform on where to jump to. Certainly a more refined way of jumping towards the target. in any
On where
case.
to jump to?
Damn it!
giving,
That didn't even go in my mind.
giving her a
If we keep
platform on
complaining about
where
the grammar and
to
spelling, we're
jump.
gonna be here all day.
If we
Did I
okay,
read that
if we
right?
don't complain about grammar and spelling, this is gonna be boring.
Well, we can complain about dumb plot.
Yeah, sure, but we can also complain about the grammar and spelling.
Okay, true. I just want to keep going through this, you know?
Yeah, we do kind of destroy the momentum every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Certainly
sometimes
a more
when we
refined
get
way of
like
jumping towards the target. In any case, they both target the Ursa, weapons in hand, and both butt heads while in midair, making them lose momentum and fall on the ground.
oh man,
Hey!
that's comedic.
Weiss shouted. Watch where you're jumping! Ruby had no time to talk back, however, as the claw of the Ursa was aimed right at her, dodging by a hair's breadth and springing back onto her feet.
A hair's
Jotaro
breadth.
was wide-eyed at this first display, but forced his expression back to his, well, expressionless self. He was about to rush towards them, when suddenly another Ursa appeared behind him. Ora! With that same war cry, the humanoid being that the girls could only guess was a stand blocked the Ursa's claw with one arm right before it managed to hit him, and with the free arm punched the Ursa square in the face, making it stagger backwards.
You know, this fanfiction makes some pretty bold assumptions about the intelligence of these characters.
I don't know. Seems
Okay,
accurate
no,
to
but
me.
like, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say now. God damn it. Oh yeah, there's some grammar thing that I was gonna point out, but then you. Oh yeah, hair's breadth. Just hair's breath. Because hair can breathe. Just imagine, just like a
Hair
constant.
as in a rabbit.
Well,
no,
apparently Yukino
no.
was here then.
I think that I'm assuming they meant to do hair's breadth, like with the
Yeah.
D. Meanwhile, the uncoordinated duo was still unable to land a hit on the first Ursa. Due to one accidentally blocking the other while attacking, stop placing yourself right in front of me. I think this actually happened in the show. Did it? Did it actually happen when they were like trying to
Something
fight a
similar.
thing, and like they fucking kept getting in each other's way?
I haven't watched Volume 1
You
in a
know-
long time.
Yeah.
It's actually hard to read this with all the commas being out of place.
Yeah.
I don't even look at the commas.
Yeah, but like, you notice how I become a robot half the time when I'm reading this? It's because I don't know whether the comma's an actual comma or, a comma splice.
Yeah.
Again, here's my advice. Don't read by looking at the bottom of each line, read by looking at the top. You won't see the commas. Just like the quote things when they're going into dialogue.
That actually
Alright,
makes sense.
you also won't see the periods. Anyways,
Stop
keep going.
placing yourself right in front of me, Weiss shouted as she almost stabbed Ruby by accident, except it probably would have been on purpose because they didn't like each other.
Yeah.
Can't you just can't you just wait a little? Erg. Ruby replied. I was like making fun of like those sound effects that they use. It's like erg. Ruby replied,
And the erg is in quotation, too.
Yeah. Ruby replied, getting frustrated. It was obvious that it was the first time both of them fought as a team. But finally, Ruby managed to score a hit, slashing the torso of the Ursa and then pulling the trigger of the Crescent Rose. And then, from the head of the scythe, a bullet was shot out at high speed, hitting the Ursa square in the chest and pushing Ruby's body back. However, what? Are you implying that the bullet itself pushed her body back and not the recoil? Because,
You've seen this show, you know how it works.
yeah, but, like, still. Just
Just questions.
writings.
I haven't seen the show.
English.
I was actually going to talk about something after this paragraph. Finish it.
From the head of the scythe, the bullet was shot out at high speed, hitting the Ursa square in the chest and pushing Ruby's body back. However, the Ursa was not done yet. It went on all fours, rushing towards the two. Then it was Weiss's turn. She ran in front of the Ursa and then stopped, taking a deep breath while going into position. A loud "Ora, ora, ora!" I'm not doing the.
I'm surprised that the voice actor can actually do it that quickly.
I feel like they're not actually doing it that fast. They're like, there's like some kind of like
he
speeding up.
did it in like an interview or something.
No, he
Oh.
did it. He did it live.
Yeah.
Damn. A loud
I think he only did it like once or twice.
Can
He
you
just,
let me finish this, please? Could be heard
Okay.
from behind them, in some loud crunching noises like bones shattering. It was definitely Jotaro having taken care of the Ursa. Anyway, what were you gonna say,
I
Cappy?
think what they did
Alright.
was that they just had him say it like once or twice, and then they just edit the sound in.
Well, okay. It kind of seems like it's not like the exact same voice line being repeated over and over again. Like, maybe there's
Yeah.
like some variation, but anyway, Cappy, you said you were gonna say something after the paragraph.
So, two things now. First of all, it's just a minor nitpick, of course, because we're here for that for more than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Then it was Weiss's turn. What is this? Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
Did she roll a 1 on initiative?
Yes.
Anyways, also,
Well, let's see. One of them can
my
stop.
other
time,
thing
the other
is
whole gimmick is being able to move quickly. I think he's
Shut
the
the fuck
slowest.
all right, but my other issue with this is because I haven't seen Ruby or JoJo's, the imagery here is so lacking.
Yeah.
The only reason I knew the scythe was also a gun was because Scrap said it.
Yeah. Here,
But I have
let
no
me
idea
let me
how the gun shoots
let me
bullets.
let me just
So-
send you a couple pictures real quick.
Yeah, like
but,
the gun turns into a sniper rifle, but even when the scythe turns into a sniper rifle, but even when it's still unfolded, it can still shoot.
It's bullshit.
It's but like I have no mental picture here.
I guess the quick and easy solution would be just to go watch the Red trailer. It gives you a basic idea of what she does. That
Or
way
I
you
could
can
just say,
watch
screw
the
it, let's
series
just keep
between
going.
now and the next
I know.
time
Hold on.
you
Let me
pick
send you a
this
couple
up.
pictures real
Now that I
quick.
think about it, I don't think I've ever actually seen a trigger on that damn scythe.
No, it's there. It's like
Yeah.
on the handle part. All right. So this is Ruby. This is what Ruby looks like in Volume 1.
All right.
Then we got fucking.
All right, that is an awesome scythe.
It
The author
is.
took no attempt at describing that.
You got fucking
Well, actually, no. They
Oh,
said
yeah.
a red site.
Weiss. This was Weiss. And you got
I mean, I think the
fucking
assumption for fanfiction is that you've read
or
what it's about.
yeah, you've
before you-
seen
Yeah.
because usually you're not looking at fan fictions.
But-
Yeah.
I still feel like it should be able to go for just about anyone.
This thing is an Ursa.
Alright.
And have you seen Jotaro or
How the fuck have you
I
not
have
seen
a-
Jotaro?
Isn't
I'm
Weiss's
pretty sure I've seen how
rapier
Jotaro
usually
looks, but
white
And
with a
Star
bunch of
Platinum.
colored cylinders at the base?
no idea what Star Platinum is.
alright.
It's an arc from
It's a baby
Yotaro.
purple buff dude with his shoulder plates and a loincloth.
Wait, that's part 4. That's part 4 fucking the world Star Platinum, I gotta do a different one. No. This is basically what it looks like. Even though that's the part 4 version, which has slight differences, but that's what Star Platinum looks like. And it's
Alright.
not fucking silver.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway,
he's-
after
He's
that
only silver in
interruption,
the OVA.
that probably bored the hell out of whoever the fuck decided to watch this, which is probably not a lot of people, so we should probably get back to this before...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Alright, my turn then, I think? Yeah.
yeah.
The remaining Ursa, rowing in anger, rushed at full speed and brought down its claws at Weiss. The blow was
No,
quickly
it's
deflected
claw
by a bear.
singular.
Oh. Whatever.
It's also
Blow
it
is
is
quick.
claw.
Oh yeah. It's claw with an apostrophe. It is claw. It brought down. It is
Yes,
claw.
okay. The blow is quickly deflected by a barrier, making it slightly
Barrier?
stagger backwards. Taking the chance, Weiss quickly and elegantly stabbed the chest of the Ursa multiple times, maybe about a dozen of times. After that, the Ursa fell to the ground and disappeared. Weiss took a deep breath and exhaled. Line break.
Okay,
Okay, you get to the ending again.
a dozen of times. You don't. All right, whatever.
I feel like they just needed an editor, and if they had an editor, they'd be perfectly fine.
Honestly, like,
Weiss did Weiss things. You know what she does, right? Yeah, basically.
Stabbed it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
in the chest, because apparently the only area they ever focused on was its chest, because reasons.
Because tits.
Well, I mean, look at
I don't
look
think
at the picture.
bears-
Its
I
chest isn't
don't-
armored.
True. But I mean, whatever.
But I mean, the Grim fell down with a thud. Star Platinum disappearing. With 2 S's. Good grief, this is a dangerous place. I need to get the hell out of here. He turned to face Ruby and Weiss. Both finished off their opponent. You two, show me the way out of this forest, he simply said.
Damn, he doesn't even ask him. He's just like fucking.
He's motherfucking
Just
Jotaro. He
fucking
doesn't
show
ask
me
people.
the way out of this forest.
Oh yeah. So hold on. Does Jotaro just have like an aura now? Does he have the fucking semblance or some shit? Or is that
I
just?
mean,
gonna
he
be
doesn't
his
really
skin?
need it because Star Platinum is just that overpowered.
Yeah.
Like, he can grab a bullet, like he's right about to shoot at his head, like almost point blank. I don't
But I mean-
think it really matters.
If Stans and Aura are even connected, it would make sense.
Well, duh. Star Platinum always yells it all the time.
Alright, continue.
Weiss turned to look at him in disgust. Are you trying to give me orders or something? Who do you think you are? At those words, Jotaro gave her an ice-cold glare.
It's
and
funny
quickly,
because her theme is ice.
Yes.
Weiss gave one back. They stared at each other like this for about 20 seconds before Ruby talked.
Why?
I think we should at least bring him with us. I mean, he does not seem like a bad guy. and he
Do you know how to contractions?
she said, as if attempting to persuade Weiss. After a bit of hesitation, Weiss closed her eyes and sighed. Fine, you can come with us, she said, looking away and putting her rapier back in place. Ruby
It's
made
called
a fist bump.
Nernanaster.
It's fucking.
I don't think anyone knows how to pronounce that.
I didn't either. I don't either. I don't even know if you pronounced it right. Do you
I
know if
don't
you
think I
pronounced it
did.
right?
Ruby
Let's
made a
go
fist bump.
then.
Let's go, then!
And then they get disqualified for getting a
You
third
might as well
party.
just read that because it's just a single line.
And so they did. wandering through the trees of the Emerald Forest.
Their ending. The title of that chapter was the ending of their ending is our beginning, and now chapter 3, a darker shade of Emerald. Before they introduce Emerald, way before
Tachyon just shows up again. Hey guys.
Oh no.
Apparently this is the afterlife.
He gets reincarnated as Emerald, the fucking antagonist character.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then fucking Iggy is Mercury. And Abdul is Cinder. Okay, who's
It's
reading
like
this?
that one bit
Is that
from
me?
Eyes of
Yeah,
Heaven
it's me.
again.
Yeah. Alright. The newly established group had wandered for about 30 minutes without encountering much trouble. See, I always have a problem in writing when they specify like specific amounts of time like that, because it always just seems weird. Like no one would be counting the time unless
About 30 minutes.
I mean, you can sort of
I mean,
gauge it, I guess, if you're used to it.
I feel like it'd just be better if they just would have said about a half an hour.
Yeah. Same thing.
And then the thing with like the 20 seconds, that could have just been like, I don't know. But enough about my fucking perfectionism. We'd wandered for about 30 minutes without encountering much trouble. Jotaro was a little bit behind Ruby and Weiss, making them take the lead. There was a bit of awkwardness in the air. No one said anything to the other until Ruby tried to break the ice. "So, Jotaro, where are you from?" she asked, looking at him. He didn't reply for a moment, but then simply said, "Japan." Of course, both of them had no idea where the place could possibly...
Wait, no, Iggy would have to be Zwei.
Hmm?
Iggy
Oh,
would be
fuck,
Zwei.
Yeah. And who would be Mercury?
Uh...
Dio. No. Okay, but anyway. Of course, both of them had no idea where that place could possibly be, so they just assumed it was a faraway village. "Well, sounds like a nice place," Ruby added, and then the silence returned to the trio.
They couldn't see it, but Jotaro was looking, no G, just I-N, at Ruby and
No.
Weiss's weapon,
Not even an apostrophe. Just
analyzing them.
L-O-L-K-I-N.
Why were these little girls wielding such dangerous things? That scythe in particular looked extremely heavy, but in the earlier fight she handled it like it had no weight at all. It was also a gun! Making
Two.
Jotaro wonder who the hell designed such a thing. But just as he was thinking that, Ruby started talking again. How annoying. "You know, you don't look like you're from Beacon. How did you end up here?" Jotaro sighed at the question and didn't bother replying. He didn't know himself the answer to that question. Out of all the bizarre situations he found himself in, this one...
No, not bizarre situations. Bizarre situation. Out of all of the bizarre situation.
Oh.
No S.
Well, he's only been in one
Yotaro's
adventure
very
so far.
name would baffle them.
Hmm?
In the universe that Ruby has built, a name like Yotaro's would not exist unless
Well,
he's
no.
over 100 years old.
How?
No, it
What
would
do you mean?
exist.
There's like a lot of different fucking...
There are exceptions to the rules.
Like, there's a lot of different nationalities represented in the fucking Ruby universe. You got fucking...
The
got like...
color name thing is just a custom, not a law.
It's not a law, yes, but again, it's such
Oh
a
yeah,
custom
true that.
it's
Are you
almost
gonna question
forgot about
someone
that.
who has shoulders that look like tires? Anyway, where was I?
I mean, there's Ozpin. He's like the only outlier that I know of.
Yeah.
Anyway, who's reading
Okay,
now?
from Beacon, aren't you? You don't look too... Out of all the bizarre situations he found himself in, this one took the cake. He felt like he was in some sort of alien world that wasn't bound by the rules of its own. That you literally are.
So, what I wanted to say in the first paragraph there was a missed opportunity for creativity. I know nothing about Ruby, but maybe Weiss and Ruby would have different thoughts here. One of them would think it's a faraway village, kind of primitive. The other would think it's high-tech urban city, maybe.
Well, I mean, village... there's only like 4 cities in this entire world.
Yeah.
It's only for like actual cities in this entire world, and then everything else is just like.
So I guess
kinda
they would
small
think it's just some no-name
villages.
colony.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, how smart are they in geography? Because
I
the
would
characters
imagine
aren't
Weiss
smart in
is extremely
geography at all.
smart.
This part probably not that much.
Whatever. Semantics. Continue. Read,
Hey, look
slave.
out! Ruby called out to him as his face smacked against the high tree branch. He was so deep in his thoughts he didn't even bother seeing forward.
No, yeah, not looking forward, seeing forward.
This didn't happen to him a lot. Weiss sighed as Ruby kept a hand in front of her mouth in order to contain her laughter, before noticing that the branch left a very shallow cut in Jotaro's cheek.
Oh my god.
But he didn't seem to notice or care.
Wait, no, never
Okay,
mind.
so they don't have aura.
Hey, you don't have your aura activated, she said, genuinely surprised, resulting in a confused stare on Jotaro's part, to which Weiss added, "Come on, this guy doesn't even know what a grim is. How could he possibly have his aura activated?" she said, almost as if trying to anger Jotaro.
Angry.
"Shut the hell up, both of you," he simply said, and once again, silence returned. What an awkward situation. So, what I also want to point out is the usage of adverbs. Has anyone here read Stephen King's On Writing?
Yes.
Nope.
Well, okay, I haven't read the whole thing, but I have read the part about adverbs.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know what you're
Adverbs
talking about.
suck. Don't use them.
Don't stop it.
And every time Jotaro says something, simply said.
I'm gonna search
I
simply.
mean,
There's only 4 on this one chapter.
And on the last one, every time Jotaro talked, it said simply.
like
Anyway.
very least they could.
Oh,
vary it up.
but wait, there's more. Weiss simply couldn't understand on why Ruby trusted this guy. He didn't know anything and almost seems like he's out of a different world entirely. What the fuck happened with that sentence?
I mean, it's still better than most of the low standards I've set.
Yeah. True.
But like, if I just found this on my own, I would actually try reading through this all the way, not just for video's sake.
How
Yeah.
long is this, by the way? I'm gonna check real quick.
It's 41 chapters.
No, I meant the video. 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah, when are we going to stop?
I don't know. We can keep going a bit.
I don't know. I guess whenever we just feel like it.
We'll just stop at chapter 5, I guess.
Sure.
That sounds good. Weiss simply couldn't understand on why Ruby trusted this guy. He didn't know anything and almost seems... Also, it switched into present tense for some reason.
Well, that's why there's a line break.
And almost... No, it switched to present tense mid-sentence.
Oh.
She simply couldn't understand why Ruby trusted this guy. He didn't know anything and almost seems like he's out of a different world entirely. And that thing he summons, that stand, it was powerful and fast. God damn it, stop. Pick a tense and stick with it. Jesus. If she tried to fight him head on, she would probably lose. Probably. He can stop time, too, just not for very long. Like 2 seconds.
Yeah, he can stop time, but he can also just immediately
punch her to
you
death.
with fast light or something.
Think about it like this. Stopping time gives you 2 seconds. That's 120 frames if you don't have any lag.
I don't think that applies in real life.
No, stopping time is like knowing exactly how to exploit lag.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it totally is. Anyway, she would probably lose. He was suspicious, extremely so. Hey, look, a period. That's the first one of those we've seen for years. Weiss, she said, waving her hand. Ruby said, waving her hand in front of her face, as if to grab her attention.
No, I'm pretty sure
Erg.
it's just to grab the attention,
Yeah,
not as if.
yeah.
I hate as
Erg.
if.
What? Weiss said in an annoyed tone. Wait, that was the wrong tone, but whatever. What? Then Ruby pointed right in front of her, and all of them could see, and all of them could see that the forest ended right there. I think I see the ruins, and there doesn't seem to be anyone there yet.
As they exited the forest, they could see it clearer.
Oh man,
Middle of nowhere,
Jotaro's
there was
gonna have
what
fun with
looked
that
like
giant
the
scorpion.
ruins of a small building, but the only thing that remained now were
Where?
yeah.
The only thing remaining now, where is small.
Bit of the floor and several small pillars. As they noticed, there were 4 chess pieces, one on each pillar. Weiss flashed a smile for the first time since she entered the forest. Finally.
Why
She
is there
said as
only
she-
4? There should have been a lot more than that.
I guess the others got it. I don't know. She says she quickly approached the ruins. Wait, there are more than 4 pillars. Though those didn't have chess pieces on them, see?
Oh.
Which could only mean one thing. Wait, almost everyone already took their relics already, she shouted. Ruby, who was right beside her, sighed and grabbed one of the chess pieces, white pawn, while Weiss took a white horse. Jodor looked at them without saying or touching anything. Let's go back, Ruby simply said, pocketing the chess piece. But before they could even move, they heard something. Ellipses. From above.
Oh boy, time to
Question mark.
introduce you to 2 more characters. I'm gonna send you these
White
pictures
horse.
before they even come into the fuck.
Punchy girl and cat girl.
Okay.
They totally have a crush on each other.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I mean, it's not confirmed, but it's one of the more popular ships. Oh, hey, Wig left.
Yeah.
I
he
didn't
did.
notice, mostly
I
because
noticed
he was
someone left. I thought it was Shin, but it was Wave.
Shin, you still there?
Yeah. Yes. Wow.
Yep.
Oh yeah, like for anyone who's listening, Shin is just this guy who's hanging out with us.
Yeah, he's not
muted.
talking. He's in the voice chat, but like he's been muted this entire time,
Alright.
so you haven't seen him on the thing. That's Yang.
I've seen pictures of Yang before.
Oh,
Alright.
duh, she's
and
hot.
then
Literally.
I think the first time I saw them was.
okay,
What?
I just looked up Blake Belladonna on Google Images to find like in one of the pictures was like an inflation fetish thing.
Oh.
Oh.
But this is just what she looks like normally.
Give me that inflation.
Oh,
Oh.
you don't want.
Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should.
Post it.
I'm gonna post it because I hate you.
Alright, now delete it.
I'm deleting that. That's
That is weird. Okay, anyways.
Okay, anyway, that was the thing that just happened. You didn't see that, and
All
you
of them?
definitely. You know what? I'm gonna torture you guys for a second. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
set that as the background to the video real quick.
don't.
Oh, no!
It's only
I
gonna
will
be for
wield
like
my mod powers.
5 seconds max. Properties.
It's gonna be that way until the end of this chapter.
No.
So
oh, God.
basically, viewers,
Don't make me
viewers,
bust out my
hope we
admin
don't
powers.
go off topic some more.
Yes, this is your. I don't know. I don't even know.
Seriously, don't. Come on.
Fucking.
Alright.
How much longer is this chapter?
We're
I don't
all
feel like
still
torturing them for
recording.
that long. I'm just gonna
Stand
show it. I'm gonna show it, and then I'm gonna fucking
Alright.
get rid of it because
I'm just gonna start reading.
yeah, you do
I
that.
was gonna start reading, but they won't be able to read along, so I'm just gonna. Nah, whatever. All of them looked up at the sky, and they saw what they saw bordered the line from awesome to stupid. A nevermore, a gigantic crowgrim,
Oh, that
was
thing.
flying well above
Yeah, I
them.
forgot about that.
But it was not flying normally. It was moving around erratically like it was trying to shake off something from itself. And as it went lower and lower, they saw it. 2 girls, one with long yellow hair and one with black hair and a ribbon on top of it. Ruby recognized them both. It was her sister Yang and the girl she met her first day at Beacon, Blake.
All right,
Whoa,
now
I
what you are
can
now
do-
seeing is Blake, fucking fetish art thing, and now you are fucking. Oh fuck! How do I get rid of this? And now, oh, you are no longer seeing it. It's gone. I'm not sorry.
Good.
I'm slightly sorry, but that took much longer than I anticipated. If you wanted to see that, and you were anticipating me posting that whatever, I don't know what the fuck. You're a sick fuck and you need to leave. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, where were we again? I kind of lost my place on the page.
Blake looked
We are-
petrified.
Before the second page break, or just before that.
Okay. Yeah, I found it.
So I can't do woohoos unless it's in the middle of the day. But
Woohoo!
because I have people that need to sleep, yeah, I'll
There's
just
your
take
woohoo.
scraps.
Keep reading.
I'll take scraps. Yang shouted enthusiastically while on the top of the Nevermore's back. She seemed like she was having the time of her life. Meanwhile, Blake looked petrified, gripping on the wings and trying to not get shaked off. This was a really stupid idea, she shouted back at Yang.
Shaked.
But the blonde girl didn't bother listening. She activated her gauntlets, pointing down at the Nevermore, and she shot out 2 bullets at once.
Except
making
they're not
Grim-
bullets, they're shotgun shells.
Yeah.
At least
Oh.
they sound like shotgun shells.
Why are they called gauntlets anyway? I thought a gauntlet has to like actually go over the hand, not the wrist.
No. Gauntlet is a wrist thing.
Making
Wait,
the Grim croak in pain as the recoil sends her flying. Sorry to leave you hanging, Blake, the cheerful blondie shouted as she went up, and then down. Blake
So-
groaned as she reluctantly grabbed Gamble's shroud and jumped off the Nevermore. What the hell is Gamble's shroud?
It's
It's
her
like a
weapon. It's like,
Pistol
okay,
with a sword attached.
it's
to the
really
hilt and
weird
there's
to
a ribbon.
explain.
I-
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
You showed the
Of all
inflation
the
art,
weapons
I
in
got
the
it.
series, that's the one I understand
Yeah.
the least.
Alright.
It sometimes it's a gun, sometimes it's a knife, sometimes it's a ribbon whip thing. I don't
So
ask
basically,
questions.
it's Batman's
no,
utility
okay.
belt, but a sword.
It's a sword, but it has like a pistol hilt that, and the blade can be detached, and it also has like a ribbon thing on the end that can be used as a whip. And also, I think the sheath can also be used as a weapon, but I don't remember how.
So basically, whatever.
Blake, and here's the 3 things you need to know about Blake. 1, she has cat ears. 2, she basically has shadow clone jutsu. 3,
Except it's not shadow clones because she has shadow
they're
clones,
shadow clones,
water
but-
clones, fire. She has clones basically of all the elements.
Well, the clones only elementalize if she puts dust on them.
Oh yeah, we should probably explain something to you, Cappy. There's this stuff
no.
called dust, and it's
It's
basically
magic
like
crystals that
magic,
do whatever
yeah,
the plot
magic
demands.
crystals, magic crystals that have like elemental powers or whatever, and basically all of the characters use it in like their. It's basically all of the characters have guns.
This is the equivalent of mana.
No,
Yeah,
It's
basically.
ammo.
it's a lot of almost all of the characters' weapons have like some sort of firearm built
Yeah.
into them, except for like Sean
And is dust used
and
as the ammo?
Pyrrha. And dust
No,
is
Pyrrha has
used.
a gun. She barely used it, but she has a gun.
Oh yeah, isn't it in her shield?
No, it's in her spear.
But anyway, it
I
can
mean,
be
there's
used.
that one giant dude who just carries around a big ass sword.
It
He's
has
got a
like
gun.
it has like other uses, but like in terms of like combat and shit, it's primarily used in like special
It's magic ammo.
elemental bullet shells and shit that they use. And
Okay.
Blake can use them to change her fucking clones or whatever. So that's
And
the
while
thing.
we're on it, we might as well bring it up. Basically, Weiss is from a super witch family that's like dust miners, because like the biggest company. 'Cause,
Okay.
you know,
Yes.
it's
Anyway.
magic crystals. Everyone wants that shit.
See, I'm not
So-
entirely sure that
Alright.
the people who watch my YouTube channel know
That
any of this, so
Blake
maybe
groaned
they
as
won't
she
be completely
reluctantly
bored with
grabbed Gamble's shroud and jumped off the Nevermore, just in time since the Nevermore was quickly descending due to Yang's brutal hit.
Okay.
it. There were
I don't think it's my turn yet.
no, it's fine. There were a few
it?
things that could. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that
Fuck
this was a
memory.
JoJo
This-
thing as well.
I
I
think
don't know.
he was crashed.
Oh.
What? Can you not hear me?
Wiz.
Because, like, I heard him say "clo" and, like, cut off there.
Oh man. Well, I'm just gonna
And
keep
also-
reading that.
You gotta keep reading? Okay.
Yeah. There were a few
But, like,
things that could leave Jotaro
what
with
about the
wide
recording?
eyes and a gape mouth. This.
Just left. And,
All right, can you hear me now?
He was?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, my Discord just glitched for some reason. No, not sure why.
Is recording
Scrap was
okay?
reading without you.
Yeah, it's still recording. Yeah, I heard him. Now I'm gonna fucking continue reading. You scrub.
Sorry.
There were a few things that could leave Jotaro with wide eyes and an agape mouth. This came close to being one of those moments, even if not quite. Yada yada does it. Good grief. Good grief. Another two of these? Wow. These fucking. He said as the black-haired girl and they blonde girl landed on the ground. Normally, a fall like that would have a noticeable effect on a person, yet these two
As
didn't
if.
didn't
Like,
have
Jotaro, you've literally just flown.
flown.
Yeah, like the fight with
Yes,
Dio, he
that's the
just
correct
flew
word.
to the guy.
Yeah. And then they just completely stopped doing that in part 4 for some reason. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, meaning the flying thing, that was just because Rocky thought it looked cool.
Oh, I just realized that Common is here now. Okay, this guy is a person that exists, and we're Common. We're reading a Ruby X fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fanfiction.
And we're
Jotaro
recording
gets dropped into Remnant, like right at the start of the series, basically.
Yeah. Assuming you know anything about Ruby, which you probably don't. And I really don't feel like explaining all of that shit that I just explained to Cappy.
Look, I'm just gonna say this: anyone who cares can just watch the show.
True. Anyway, let's go. Normally, a fall like that would have a noticeable effect on a person, yet those two didn't have so much as a scratch on them. That girl, Ruby, mentioned something about aura when I started bleeding. Could that aura be the reason on why they weren't hurt?
I thought aura meant people were about to get hurt.
What is with all of these stupid, incorrect prepositions? Prepositions? Fucking...
Don't ask. Just read.
Yeah, it's prepositions. Anyway. Yeah, He thought. The two girls started to rush towards the ruins, and Jotaro noticed something. That blonde-haired girl winked at him? Question mark? No, not at him. She winked at Ruby, who was right beside him. Good work, Yang! Ruby shouted as Yang grabbed one of the chess pieces. The black-haired girl grabbed one too, but just as the bird-like Grimm almost... Just as the bird-like Grimm almost stopped itself from slamming into the ground, however... What the fuck is this sentence? The black-haired girl grabbed one too, just as the bird-like Grimm almost stopped itself from slamming into the ground. However, after a side glance at each other, Weiss and Ruby pointed their weapons at the Nevermore. Jotaro stood back and observed them. Ruby looked through the scope of her scythe gun, one hand on the trigger. One hand? An entire hand on the trigger. And while looking at Weiss, he noticed that the rapier she was carrying had some sort of revolving chamber near the hilt with different colors on each slot of it.
Well, that's more logical than a rapier that shoots the spear bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Polnareff only did that attack like twice.
Once, I think. He did it
No,
against
I think he did during
Avdol.
the Vanilla Ice fight as well.
Huh.
I think he did anyway.
Anyway, that would be...
It's not a case of Rocky popping something once and never bringing it up again. Remember when
Oh,
Green would go inside people and control them? That was neat. Why didn't he do that again?
Yeah. So, Common, you're going to want to scroll up some until you find the pictures that I sent, starting with the one with the girl with the red.
I mean, I know what Ruby is. I haven't watched it, but I know what it is.
Oh,
Go watch
well,
it.
I
It's
mean, the
half decent
picture
anyway.
has the scythe gun, so I mean, that might... I don't know. It's like a sniper rifle, but also a scythe.
Just watch the show if
It
you care.
transforms. But it's...
Is that a
but I must-
scyther rifle?
No. Ruby's bullet pierced the Grimm's wings just as it was trying to gain altitude. Then a symbol appeared on the tip of the blade. Blue one. And then multiple blasts of blue energy were shot out from the tip, hitting the Grimm and wounding it further. It shrieked in pain as it went down, unable to fly. It wasn't dead yet, but it couldn't fly properly anymore. It was a good 30 meters away from the group, croaking and trying to uselessly flap its wings. The girl called Yang approached the three. I just want to point out, no periods yet. Having just pocketed the relic. Good work, you two, she said before looking at Jotaro. Have I met you before? Don't think I did. In any case, thanks for standing around like a statue doing nothing, I guess.
Standing, may I point out that standing was capitalized there, and it wasn't
Well,
like the beginning
my problem
of a new
is that she
sentence?
doesn't know anything about stands yet, so the joke doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, I get it. Saying something like that, totally something Yang would say. But she has no reason to say it yet. She doesn't have the knowledge to make the joke in the first place.
Alright, which
No, Yang is secretly on this yet.
Or is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure just a show and remnant, and she watched it?
Ooh.
Which Jotaro is this?
Part 3 Jotaro. This takes place right after the events of...
Like, they get home and you just get
Dio just
teleported
died.
in. Yeah.
And also during the events of the exam arc, apparently. Except it's
Yeah.
probably gonna span over, like,
And they
volume
called out
1,
to the
maybe
black-haired
some
girl,
parts of
like,
2.
get over here. But Jotaro didn't look at if she did get closer. You know, something else instead. Once was looking at a certain point. What was it? It looked like the entrance of a cave, situated near a cliff, blah blah blah. He knows after a second later, or doesn't know, about 3 dozen grandma climbed out the cave. Must have looked like werewolf we thought earlier, some of them looked like bear grooms. And more of them were exiting out the cave, heading down towards them. All
Damn,
of
you
them,
just...
excluding Jotaro, remained wide-eyed at the scene. There was an entire army of Grimm stationed near the ruins. To be continued.
Damn,
Play
you
the
really-
guitar solo.
You really gave up. You really gave up
Uh,
during that last paragraph there.
I mean, it was like just one sentence. It's not paragraph.
I mean, technically, yeah. Oh, we got some Ozpin.
Yeah.
That's me. Professor Ozpin looked down on his scroll through his thin glasses. Despite what you might think, that's not like an actual scroll. It's basically a glass smartphone.
Yeah.
That can,
I'm surprised they didn't mention him drinking coffee right away.
yeah, that too.
Like, there are almost no scenes where he doesn't have coffee, so...
I mean, like volume 3 when they're in the freaking underground, maybe.
I said almost.
Yeah.
My saying almost means I am free from criticism.
Okay, we need to stop diverging.
Yeah.
The screen showed 4 young ladies and 1 young man standing near the ruins of the temple. It wasn't just a second later that the students showed clear shock on their faces. And in fact, right in front of them were about 50 Grimm, a very unusual number around these areas. Ozpin
Took
yeah, just forgot
Ozpin
that.
took a quick sip from his coffee mug
Oh, there it
as
is.
he looked at the scene, showing a simple expression on his face. Behind them were the students that got the relics and already came back. One of them, a young man called John Art, nervously approached the headmaster, peeking over his shoulder to look at the scroll. "Shouldn't we help them?" he asked. Both Ozpin and Professor Goodwitch, who was standing right beside him, shook their heads. Teachers can't interfere with the test. And besides, they're a talented bunch, Ozpin quickly replied.
Oh yeah, by the way, he has like a slight British accent, so you might want to do that in
He
the
didn't
future.
lie when he said that. However, one thing did worry him. That man that was with them wasn't one of his students. He was a complete stranger. That power that he carried with him clearly wasn't of this world. It was not a weapon or a semblance, but something completely different.
What the hell was that? the hell was that voice?
Should I just read
suggested?
this next line because it's only one
yeah,
sentence?
Yeah, please. Well,
I was
technically, all of these are
supposed
like
to
one
understand.
sentence, but
Let's see
This
where
is one
this
sentence,
goes.
it's just one sentencer. The Grimms snarled and growled as they slowly approached the 5. The not yet dead Nevermore groped, it fucking croaked, and tried to
They
move
groaned
around.
out a croak.
It groaned and croaked at the same time. I just realized that the profile picture of the author of this is like the bait fish. Like for the picture where it's like you're gonna need, or it's like fucking bait.
This is
And then
bait.
there's the
Croak is a word that is both obscure and of somewhat fluid meaning.
So
so
they
they were.
Use the word croak, but they can't use period, right?
Well,
I get
to
it.
croak is to look longingly after some wanted object, and specifically to longingly watch someone while they eat in the hope of being invited to join them. So
Okay, so it didn't croak unless it's just like hoping that it can be invited to eat them because it's trying to eat them.
makes sense.
The not yet dead Nevermore groped and tried to move around, almost ecstatic that reinforcement came. I don't think Grimm can feel positive emotions or any emotions at all, but
I think
okay.
they get joy out of killing things.
I don't even think it's joy. They just kind of kill stuff instinctually.
Yeah.
All of the girls took out their weapons. Jotaro instead just stood there with his hands in his pockets. "There's way too many of them. We've got to run," Blake shouted, but it was too late. Ruby was already rushing towards the horde, with Yang quickly following her.
Blake sighed and started to rush in too. Weiss gave Jotaro an ice-filled stare, as if to say, "Make yourself useful," before running towards the group, him quickly following, muttering, "Give me a break."
I totally ship Jotaro and Weiss now, man. Totally.
Oh no.
I can see it.
It's your turn. Fucking
Okay.
scrap.
There were many of them. However, Beowulfs weren't exactly renowned for their strength or durability. Ruby shouting, "Hiya!" was having rather
Okay,
easy time.
wait. That sounded like Fox in Smash Bros. Hiya!
That's what I was going for.
Hiya! Ah,
Was having a
fire!
rather easy time cutting them down. A single well-placed strike of Crescent Rose was able to cut them in half and decapitate them. The only real threat came from their sheer numbers. However, as everyone else joined in on the fight, even that threat seemed to be eliminated. The only real threat were the Ursas.
Ursas. I somehow don't think that's the pronunciation. That's the
I said
the plural.
Ursas.
Ursas. Wait. Ursas.
Ursas.
No, alright, there you go. Stop it! Jotaro shouted as his stand was summoned, punching clean through a Beowulf's skull and killing it instantly with a loud aura. Jesus, that was brutal. Wow, the hell's that? Shouted Yang, which was now occupied with an Ursa. Yang is no longer a human being.
Yank is obsolete now.
She is an object.
Oh my god.
Yank has literally no purpose anymore. She has been outpunched.
She has been outpunched. The Ursa was swinging wildly with its claws, but couldn't manage to even scratch Yang, which is kind of a bad thing because she gets power from the damage she takes, but whatever. She jumped up on the air and collided her gauntlet-covered fist with the Ursa's face. These types of Grim tended to be much more durable than Beowulfs, but the hit seemed to be enough to crack the Ursa's skull open like an egg in any case. What the fuck? This just got really graphic for some reason.
Well, yeah, they
man,
have to
I'm
give it
not
in detail
complaining.
because they can't, like, animate it.
Just fucking play the animation, but then edit Jotaro in.
It's just a badly photoshopped Jotaro's in the background with,
Yeah.
like, you got Star Platinum in, like, mid-punching, just a picture of him. Like, neither of them move, they just move the picture of them around on the scene.
Yo,
So
you know what would
it's
be...
like old generation Pokemon where the Pokemon moves forward.
Yeah.
where there's no animation. I could imagine, like, at like the end of Volume 3, if like Jotaro was like in the thing, if he like stopped time right before freaking Cinder shot Pyrrha,
It's just like, nope.
that'd be pretty cool.
Well,
And then she wouldn't have to die and fucking
Well,
give.
I'm not watching Ruby anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right. I fucking totally forgot that there are people who haven't watched Ruby here, except kind of not. But whatever. Yeah,
It
someone's
was
gonna die. If
a
you,
Spoiler
very
alert,
easy
Pyrrha
battle.
dies.
underwhelming.
Because it
so.
totally wasn't given away by the fact that her name is basically Pyrrhic, which is like a phrase.
anyway,
It was
whose
a
turn is it now?
very
It's
easy
still my
battle.
turn, is it? No, I just finished my thing.
Come on. Am I not? Did Push to Talk bug for some reason?
It was
We can hear you.
a very battle, underwhelmingly so.
I was saying that like 3
They wiped
times.
out- What?
It was
Oh.
a very easy battle, underwhelmingly so. In just a few minutes, they wiped out about half of the Grims, including the immobilized Nevermore. But in the meantime, the group was able to...
Wait, they've gotten it right that Grim is singular and plural all the way up to now, and just now, Grims.
Grims.
But in the meantime, the group was able to observe Jotaro's power more clearly. That thing that he summoned, the stand, was quick and precise as a machine, and the rushes of punches were maddeningly powerful. Jotaro always stood beside or in front of it, calmly observing and never attacking directly, only sometimes shifting out of the way to avoid an incoming claw or bite.
However, as the one-sided battle continued, at one point everyone backed away to listen. Rustling, a loud rustling. It was coming from the Emerald Forest.
Oh, the answer to that question, Common, is reasons that we don't know, because logic.
Jotaro turned his head to look at the forest on his side, and after a few seconds, it happened. A few trees were knocked down by the oncoming creature. It was huge, more in width than in height, and a scorpion-like body with white armor running through it
What
all.
the fuck is happening to your voice?
It was running around wildly and swinging the gigantic yellow stinger around. The reason was obvious. Someone was gripping on the stinger for dear life. Help me! The man screamed.
Fuck, I forgot who this is.
John.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He decided to be a bitch and fucking go help them, even though it's against the rules.
Okay, wait. I want something. Have you ever seen like the first Transformers movie?
Yeah.
Like the narrator,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't. Yeah.
like
Wait,
That's what
that's
you're
the
trying to
voice
do?
I'm trying to emulate here.
I don't remember that actually.
I believe the narrator was actually Optimus Prime.
No,
Yeah,
the
I know
narrator
in
was-
like the beginning of
No,
the
you're
movie,
thinking
he was,
Michael
like,
Bay. I'm
narrating.
thinking like way before that, like the 80s.
Oh, that. Yeah, no,
Uh,
we're talking about the fucking.
Oh no,
No.
fuck Michael Bay. I'm
I'd rather not.
classic 2D badly animated Transformers movie or bust.
Alright. Jotaro's eyes went wide with surprise. He recognized. Wait, why with surprise? He recognized that man. Oh no. Oh
Oh.
no.
Oh,
Oh, no. He recognized that man, and how couldn't he? That bizarre pillar-shaped hair, the baggy black outfit that did not cover his muscles at all. Those screams, it was his companion, Jean-Pierre Polnareff, before he could even do anything.
Jean-Pierre Polnareff.
Two other giant scorpions appeared in the forest. Now there's two characters named John in this, and they're both French
Okay.
guys. Well, they're based,
So
at least
Jotaro
one of
makes
them is
Yang
based-
obsolete.
based on French.
And Polnareff makes Weiss's
If
pokey
anything,
stick
he
obsolete.
makes her obsolete. Yeah.
Oh boy, who gets outclassed next? We gotta make a tier list here.
I mean, actually, I'm just gonna say I'm pretty sure Weiss is still more competent than Polnareff.
What? What? She has the she has like the glyphs or whatever, but in like it just like pure sword skills. That makes no sense. Polnareff can first of all get like extremely fast with Silver Chariot,
Yeah, true.
and he can shoot she could shoot his rapier blade out like a missile.
I'll adjust it then. I think by the end of the series, Weiss will be more competent.
Yeah, with that summoning seems like it could be pretty cool.
Chariot
Yeah, it's like Weiss ends up making everyone else obsolete now.
What about what?
Chariot Requiem.
I don't know. Whose turn is it next?
Deathstalkers, Blake shouted after cutting the head off with a grim off AA Grim, and then continued, "We have to run." She didn't even seem to notice the screaming, flailing men on top of one of them. The others seemed to agree as they began to back away, and that's when Jotaro did one of the most reckless actions he did in a while. Determined, he started to run towards the group of Deathstalkers, and after the first one got inside Star Platinum's range, he recklessly started to strike it with more than a dozen punches.
Oh man, more than a dozen. That's so many for Star Platinum.
Well, he hasn't needed to do a dozen by now.
Star Platinum shouted as his fist rained blows on the grim. The armor of the Deathstalker cracked a bit, and as retaliation swinged its
I hate retaliation when it's used incorrectly.
Swinged.
and swinged its stinger down at Jotaro, while Polnareff was still on it. I can't scream right now.
Okay,
He
I can do
shouted
it. I
at
can do
Griffin.
it. Ah!
I don't actually know
He
what
shouted.
Polnareff sounds like in the dub,
I'm
so.
not good at screaming in French.
Alright, we need to do like the most stereotypical accent ever for John. John. Or
Alright,
Polnareff,
so-
whatever. Same thing.
SP?
Basically, just do the one from the abridged series.
I haven't
He
actually watched the
abbreviates-
series though.
SP.
Huh?
He abbreviates Star Platinum with SP. SP's rush stopped as Jotaro was forced to dodge, the stinger first impaling itself on the ground, and then going back up.
Impaling itself on the ground?
Meanwhile, the
I
four
think it
girls
meant
were
to say
holding back
impaling.
the remaining Grims. What the hell is that guy thinking? Weiss shouted, bewildered.
What are you doing?
He's
That's
going-
my turn.
No, it's not.
Oh wait, no shit. Yeah, you're right. Fuck. I've been bamboozled. I got heckin'
This
wrecked.
was all a trick. I deceived you. I shouted, bewildered. He's going to get himself killed. Wait, look, Ruby said while pointing towards the first Deathstalker and then looking through her scope. There's someone on top of the first one's tail, she then added. Blake-eyed Yang for a second. He's riding a grim trend now or something? And before they could stop her, Ruby started to dash towards Jotaro. Well, dashing was underestimating it. She was so and go so fast that anyone around it, in fact, they could barely see. She was right there.
I don't know what the fuck just happened to you, like at the end of
She
that,
used her
but
stun
you.
and went quick.
She was.
Okay, you guys all see what's at the end of that next
Yes,
paragraph, right?
I do.
You guys say it right.
Take this! Ruby shouted as she firmly planted her scythe on top of the Deathstalker's head instead of, fucking.
That sounded like
The-
Silver. Like from Sonic 06 when he said that.
Take this! It's no use! Ruby shouted as she firmly planted her scythe. I'm just gonna. Anytime Ruby does something now, we just need to do one of Silver's lines. Firmly planted her scythe on top of the Deathstalker's head, but the Grim resisted and swung the tail towards her, intending to hit her side. She quickly tried to dodge, but it was too late. The stinger and the screaming Polnareff hit her by the side, making her fly back and hit the trunk of a tree. That was definitely a hit that would break a few bones. However, she didn't seem all that damaged, just a bit disoriented. Just then, there were two other Deathstalkers getting near them. Good grief. Jotaro muttered, Seem I'll have to be more quick about this then. He then jumped towards the first Deathstalker, avoiding the pincers, and landed on top of the body, and then suddenly shouted,
She didn't know what happened, just know. But as she opened her eyes, she could sense and see that someone was carrying her on their shoulder, and was running. This particular someone being Jotaro.
How? How did he do
Hey,
that?
stop that!
She shouted.
Well,
And
it's
then
like more
she
like 5
slipped out of his hold,
seconds.
and then
Right around
started running
started.
beside him. He had a bruised man on his other shoulder, the same one that was hanging on top of the Deathstalker's tail. How did you go so fast? She shouted. Even with her semblance, she couldn't go as quickly, but he didn't reply.
It's not only 2
When
seconds.
Senpai
during
doesn't
the
notice you.
Stardust. It's like 5 seconds at that point in time. It's just he stopped actually practicing it by Diamond, and also that they had to make it weaker because it was busted as hell.
Oh, but still, 5 seconds. That I'm assuming he like. Hold on, I wasn't actually paying that much attention to that, but yeah, I'm assuming he like took out the Deathstalkers, and that would mean he took out all of the Deathstalkers and picked up Ruby and Polnareff in 5 seconds.
Well,
it's
I
time
mean,
to stop.
Dio can make a 3-minute long monologue fit into like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but you'd think someone would like. No, I don't know. Anyway.
I think what it is that part of it is just the fact that Star Platinum's just that fast.
True. Still would have taken a
Because-
couple seconds just to take out those Deathstalkers, because it would have to like. Unless he only took out the one.
I remember reading somewhere that can punch faster than light, so
What?
I think that's only by like part 6 Jotaro levels, but still.
Okay, well, Cappy can continue reading now.
Oh, okay. And I met the others who just...
Yeah.
The others who just finished off the horde were also shocked. In the blink of an eye, Jotaro somehow seemed to grab both the wounded man and Ruby, and started to run their way. But there was no time to wonder about what had happened.
Why did you put so much
Those-
emphasis? Okay, why did you put so much emphasis?
I don't know, man. This is weird to read because there's so many weird comments. That's my excuse. Comments.
The commas are just fucking yup, man.
Again, read
Yeah.
the top of the sentence, not the bottom. You
Then
won't see
I'll
the
just
comments
read it
that way.
like 70 miles per hour. But there was no time to wonder about what happened. Those 3 Deathstalkers were still running straight towards them. "Let's help them!" Yang shouted, and with a click, unloaded her gauntlets, empty shells falling on the ground, and then reloaded as quickly.
I never understood how she reloaded.
Skill.
I think she just
I think-
drops
no,
them
I
and
know-
fits more in.
I think there's like reserves or whatever that like go into the thing after like it like ejects the shells and then like there's like a new clip or whatever. But she would still have to like there's probably like some like times when she has to reload in battle. So like how?
How does Weiss reload? That's the question.
She probably okay. It's probably because like the way it's probably because like it's probably like liquid dust actually. It has like there's like liquid dust in like the little 4 chambers or whatever, and then
I
they
think-
just get
I don't
like
know.
gradually used up as she uses them, and then she refills them
I-
later.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to read because we keep going off on tangents.
Yeah.
Ruby
Yeah.
suddenly turned around and once again rushed towards the Grim. As Jotaro calmly retreated, Weiss, Blake, and Yang didn't take much longer to arrive, and with a nod, they all attacked at once. Yang propelled herself upwards and grinned as she uppercutted the first Deathstalker's stinger. Why the stinger? Hitting it hard enough to make it detach from the tail. I'm not sure that works.
That was the plan, though, and it
It's
worked.
Ruby crossed over with JoJo. If it's action, anything can happen.
She then
Yeah.
punched it again, impaling one of the other Deathstalkers with it. So she punched one of their stingers off, and then punched it again so hard that it launched itself into another one and impaled it.
I could see something like that happening.
Impaling and then crippling both significantly. Crippling, not killing, by
Crippling.
impaling, crippling.
Grim are pretty
Impaling
durable.
one of the other Deathstalkers with it, crippling both significantly. Nice one, Yang! I kind of forgot who I didn't know whose voice I was doing for a second there, so... Ruby complimented her sister. She and Blake were occupied avoiding the pincers and raining direct blows. The head of the Grim. What?
The head of the Grim.
Oh, yes, the head of the Grim. Raining direct blows the head of the Grim.
Thanks to Stop Platinums. I'm not gonna try and get it right. Not when
Stop Platinum!
I couldn't get it right like super quick. I would have to. I mean, thanks to earlier blows, the power of the armor of the Grim was significantly damaged. The blows only made the crack worse and worse.
They only made the
Whereas Weiss
cocaine
took
worse
upon
and worse.
herself to distract the other two, and thanks to the ice dust in one of the slots in her sword's rolling chamber, managed to freeze the ground and create several ice spikes protruding from the ground, stopping both of them to a halt, at least until the ice melted down.
Finally, Yang was able to finish off the first Deathstalker by slamming her fists against the already cracked armor.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Ale.
The force of the blow made it crack into pieces, and without making a sound, the Deathstalker slumped to the ground and started to disappear. "Two left!" Ruby exclaimed, running towards the 2 that were stuck in the ice, which already was melting down.
Alright, guys, Yang is Doomfist, confirmed.
Except
Well,
white
she does
and
have a
girl.
mechanical arm now.
Except she's not black.
Except she's white and a girl.
And, well, no, she's not even Chinese. Well, she's like half-weight, I think. What the heck are the brain ones based
style,
on?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Well, I mean, technically, I mean, she's at least based on, like, her name is Chinese, so, I mean, I would assume that...
I can't tell if it's just tan, but I think Tai Yang looks more Chinese than.
Yeah, that's
And-
because Yang is half-white.
Yeah.
Alright, where are we at? The quite thickly. Yes, I can read, I can English. The fight quickly turned more chaotic. Ruby and Weiss took care of the impaled Deathstalker, while Blake and Yang fought against the unhurt one, but something surprised the team. The impaled Grim was not at all crippled. If anything, in fact, it was going even faster and more viciously at the 2. Pincers swinged wildly.
It was Dio in disguise.
Weiss, surprised by the ferocity of the Grim, hesitated just a second before attacking. That second was all it took for the pincers to viciously grab her. and start removing her clothes because this is a hentai now. Aha! She shouted as the
Where's
Death
the
Stalker. I don't know. There's like one stand that has tentacles, but that doesn't appear till way later in the series.
We'll get to it later.
No, but for the pincers to viciously grab her. Aha! She shouted as the Deathstalker tried to crush her. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't know why you're,
No, she said, ah.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I be so blind? Ah! She shouted as the Deathstalker tried to crush her. Her aura was protecting... Oh, I thought there was a comma there for a second. I'm seeing phantom commas. Shit's messing with me.
Going insane. Too much fanfiction.
Her aura was protecting her, but it would not last long if she didn't break free.
Wise. Ruby ran towards her, slashing away at the pincer with her scythe, but it was no use.
I totally forgot that we were doing that, but it was no use. Take
Deathstalker
this.
The Deathstalker was using all his strength to crush Wise. Ruby had an idea. She shot the ground behind her to propel herself upwards.
Propel
up
with
a minute.
two... Okay, they spelled propel with two L's? You're not supposed to... That's not... You don't spell it with two L's unless it's like... Unless there's a suffix. Please, stop. English.
Well, the second one's there in case the first one dies.
The second... What? Propel herself... Are you gonna continue now?
And then smack the impaled stinger with the flat of the scythe, running it deeper inside the flesh. And the Grim dies and releases Wes.
For a second there, I saw Weiss and like right next to and promptly died, so I thought Weiss died.
Well, yeah.
Of
Weiss
course.
took a breath of
Replace
relief
Weiss.
as she died and dusted off her white. I not exactly need your help, okay?
Yes, you
She said,
fucking
arms
did, you
crossed.
dumbass.
Ruby snickered a bit at her stubbornness and looked over at the other two. Both of them were just about done with their opponent. Blake seemed to somehow permanently tie the stinger to the ground with her whip, buying her and Yang enough time to hammer hits on the body. Alright, there was something I wanted to say here.
Can you read that? Because that's like one line.
Fine.
basically.
Weiss crossed her arms looking at the scene, and then looked at Ruby. Where did that useless stone-faced guy go to, anyway? She asked, to which Ruby could only shrug in response.
He fucking
Totally
died.
was.
What was that now?
I forgot what I was gonna say. Just go.
Fuck. Alright. Huh? Jotaro, is that you? Polnareff said after opening his eyes. His body was not bruised as badly as one would think. But an experience like that would leave anyone dizzy at the very least. Or, no. Would leave anyone dizzy at the very least. You gotta get that emphasis right, man. He had his back laying on a tree, with Jotaro crouched beside him.
No, it can't be. This is all just a dream.
That's Italian. What? That's fucking Italian. French accent.
I just went to sleep inside the airplane. And I'm having this crazy dream.
Oh my god, no, just stop. Stop trying to do accents. I immediately regret my decision. Just stop. Don't do it.
He said in a way that drunk. I tried to pinch his cheek. Oh, wait, Jotaro, pinch me. Jotaro hesitantly complied, pinching his cheek hard. Ow, stop that, okay?
What
it's
the
a
hell are
dream."
you doing to his voice? It's just stop. Just stop. This is not okay.
Did I mention I'm not a voice actor? Jotaro's side.
I noticed.
Yare. Good grief. How the hell are you?
Yare. Good grief. Yare does a, or alternatively, Yare
Yes,
Dwa.
casually, not expecting your response. I don't know. I was the first airplane to France, and then I suddenly woke up in that forest, and those werewolves and giant scorpions attacked me.
Just then, some figures approached him. Polnareff tried to instinctively, without an E, stand up, but couldn't.
Instinctive lie.
Who's there? He asked, in trying to sound as menacing as possible. But stopped when he realized they were female figures. One was a small girl in a red dress.
Okay.
One was a white-haired one in a white dress. One was a voluptuous blonde with purple eyes and a big smile, and another a black-haired girl with a ribbon on her head.
Wow. I don't know. Based on these descriptions, I feel like
I have no idea who these characters are. I might need another picture.
no. I feel like I might know who Polnareff was paying the most attention to. Just a guess.
Yeah.
No, but like you'd
Okay,
think.
okay, I have a
you'd
better
think-
idea.
you'd
Instead
think-
of trying to do
No,
French
okay.
Polnareff, I'll do OVA Polnareff.
Oh no. You'd think of all people, Polnareff would have learned by now not to just trust women because of fucking what was her name? Nina?
No, we are
Nina?
just go be with, and then we're done.
Oh, are we finishing? Are we stopping with this chapter?
We could, or we could go on to the
This
I
next.
say we do 5 again.
We're 10 minutes away from 2 hours. I feel like I don't want to go through more of this after this. So
Yeah.
all of them also carried weapons. Not Polnareff's face, just Polnareff's face went from smiling to nervous in less than a second. Ah, Jotaro, we are under attack. Oh, no, I can't do that either. That was like German? Question mark. Ah, Jotaro, we're under attack. Jotaro, huh? The blonde. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's a different person. Jotaro, huh? You never did tell us your name. Not to us two, at least. You never did tell us your name. Not to us two, at least. She added, indicating her and the black-haired one. And then someone can just read those 2 lines.
You two know each other?
The fuck are you doing? That's.
I'm trying to do
Oh, wait.
OVA Polnareff
Oh,
voice.
wait, no, yeah. I keep forgetting the order for some reason. And stop it.
Both the white-haired girl and Polnareff said at the same time. Yada yada. Jotaro tipping his hat over his eyes.
Tipping
And
his
now we played the frickin'
tipping his fedora.
Well, next time on Two Idiots and maybe more, read bad fan fiction. Well, actually, no, this isn't bad fan fiction.
No,
this
we
was
gotta-
actually.
we gotta end this right. You're not gonna be able to hear this, but I'm gonna go on YouTube and I'm gonna play Roundabout. If
Good.
I can if my internet will stop lagging.
All right, but one little thing, I guess.
That was
This
good.
was mediocre. This wasn't too bad. Like we've
You-
seen
By
worse.
my standards, it
Yeah,
was good.
We've seen much worse.
Like, if we want to read disgusting Ruby fanfiction, I could easily pull up Blood Rose and we could read that.
What the fuck is that?
Have you read
Blood
My
Rose?
Immortal?
It's the one where Ruby is a cannibal.
Oh,
Have you guys read My Immortal? Because that's the thing we need to do.
actually,
There
maybe
a famous
oh, no,
Harry
yeah.
Potter fan fiction that's really bad.
Is it that thing with like the fucking Christian propaganda and shit?
Maybe, I don't know, man.
It's like
I'll ask my friends about it. We'll read it as episode.
All right,
100.
the song is starting. We must be quiet. To be continued. We gotta. Although I could have just edited this in post, but
Yeah,
it's
I
too
was
late
gonna say,
now.
wouldn't the smart idea to be to edit it in after the outro?
Yeah.
Well, it's too late for this now.
It's no use.
Take this.
Hiya!
All right.
Yeah, this
so,
was good. I might actually just go ahead and read this all the way through.
Nah, man,
like,
you
on
gotta
my own
save it.
time.
You gotta save it for the next time we do one of these, man.
Yeah, please.
Well, think about it this way. Would you rather I read on ahead on my own, or constantly